Hello Galactic family. Dratso. We come on this day to continue our narrative. Everything is steadily moving forward. The opposition to this distribution has been thoroughly broken. Over the coming months we expect to complete the top side of this very complex procedure. The Republic is finally ready for full disclosure. It has taken a long time, since its formal announcement is still somewhat controversial. We expect the rest of the entire package to be carted out very soon. This de facto regime has been in power for so long that its supposed legitimacy has seemed beyond reproach. Our mission is therefore tied to explaining to all concerned just how this new governance is to be formally proclaimed. This procedure is nearly ready for disclosure and needs to be explained before this de facto and illegal regime is fully settled in. It is vital that this series of disclosures be fully detailed to the American public. In this regard, we are pledged to change the way this governance is fully announced and properly installed. If done without careful planning, it could cause some initial major damage. Therefore, a proper sequencing needs to be employed. We have recommended that these important steps commence immediately with a set of formal proclamations about this most sensitive subject. NESARA and its special history requires a formal set of official announcements. Once this is accomplished, the goals for the next 120 days need to be set forth. Over the last 2 decades, a number of clandestine events occurred, and these need to be divulged. They are to be used to make public a new worldwide financial system. This needs, as well, a general overview of what lies in store for America and the world. This outline requires as full a set of details as possible. At present, this realm is at a critical juncture. The need to set up a new global stability is paramount. The role of the U.S. Constitution in this process needs to be fully explained. A new global agenda is taking shape. Most Americans do not understand what is to be done. A formal and exciting history needs to be outlined in detail for them. In this light, a prosperous and peaceful reality can proceed successfully. Our primary tasks are to ready the way for your prosperity, freedom from continued debt slavery and the rise of your personnel sovereignty. Ongoing projects are to produce a new reality that forges a new you and a new Gaia. These 5D entities are the reason for us coming to your shores in the first place. Long ago, Heaven decreed that your extensive journey into limited consciousness was to end as you entered the 21st century. At that time you were to resume your occupations as Gaia's primary guardians. Our operations were specifically designed to aid you as a star nation in the Galactic Federation's main colonization of the solar system of planets and moons. This project had been taken over temporarily by a dark force commanded by a special attack team from the Anchara Continuum. Their mission was successfully thwarted shortly after your 21st century began. It is now time for the rise of a new republic and a new, free and prosperous reality. You are also on the verge of first contact with the Galactic Federation. This series of key operations is nearing its successful conclusion. Our task remains one of clandestine observation and closely following the divine edicts of heaven. This has been ongoing since our arrival in the late 20th century. Our objective was to complete these various goals shortly after the commencement of your 21st century. At present, we are in the midst of an administrative alteration that is to bring in a number of modifications to permit us to announce our presence on your beautiful shores. Formal broadcasts can allow us to begin a number of announcements that are to ready you for our mass landings and first contact. We also intend to integrate a number of our menors with you. These interactions are to help you understand the divine beauty of full consciousness. Heaven has spent the last few decades raising your body's basic operational vibration. Again, this is a sign of heaven's sacred preparations to ready you for your return to full consciousness. Namaste, we are your ascended masters. This blessed time is one in which you are to finally receive the fruits of a new monetary and banking system. Newly acquired wealth is a symbol of what is ultimately to be yours, full consciousness. Ever since you were first limited by the evil ways of the Atlanteans and the Anunnaki, this realm has been the tool of those who stole your powers and then forced you into millennia of brutal forced labor and servitude. The length of time in the shadows robbed you of the inner confidence that was your inheritance. Now, these horrible times are to end and a newer, more blessed one is to start. Inside you is a dormant belief that you have great potential. These inner perceptions are in fact visions of your former selves. We masters are here to divinely impress upon you how great you truly are. Our mission is to show you how these grand visions are to come to be. This present time is when such miracles become possible. Your wondrous visions pave the way for the time when great oppression ends and is replaced by a new age. An age where you become prosperous, perform humanitarian projects to enable you to create endless wealth and produce vehicles for a new era of peace and love. These grand energies are divinely to permit you to transform this time and produce permanent health, wealth and sovereignty. New organizations are to be modeled on celestial ones to be given to you by heaven. As they grow in your hearts, they are to forge new models for governance. In short, you are to see a vast new set of guides that are to alter this reality and eventually allow our space families to visit and further guide us. These wondrous times are just a prelude of what is to come. A new divine era whose foundations heaven set long ago. These divine changes are currently in process. A number of special operations are being procured by heaven and by our space families. Special sets of instructions are nearly complete. Heaven has asked its administrators to watch over these times and be ready to act at only the appropriate times so set aside. Along with our associates, we are preparing to alter this realm and put into place what heaven intends. It is in this time when a number of grand miracles can happen. These miracles are to be only the beginning of many other events that are to transform this present reality. Many amazing events are to happen. We ask that you hold these positive visions and let the wise ones of heaven carry out a most grand experiment for the true splendor of the human soul. This process is to be one that is to change everything. Today, we carried on with our weekly report about what is occurring around this world. Everything is in waiting for something truly special to at last take place. Let's begin this time with a global set of prayers and the growing of a grand event that is to change everything. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. SOULMATE GAIA. SOULMATE GAIA. SIRIAN for B1. And be enjoy.